Punch the sky, Spaceman Joe. Yeah.
Everything up.
You want
All right,
crazy
everyone, let's just
Yeah.
go into it. We're
right.
jumping right in. We have Werewolf
It's on.
Radar's Paranormal News. I am Roger Norquist, joined by Jordan Dahl
Shit.
and special guest filling in for Nate Balding, who is cleaning the main office of the bunker. Thank you for spending the day doing it. I'm sorry we chose recording day. That was on me for scheduling it.
Nobody has the same proportions as Nate, and he's the only one that can fit into the shadow
nooks,
vents.
yeah.
There's these vents on the side of the radar that only he can fit in.
Yeah. So, and to fill in, I'm using some of that Monstroko caulking.
Yeah,
stuff?
Monstroko man filler, which is if you're not the exact same shape as someone, you can use some of this Monstroko. It's a special kind of caulking, and it adds layers of flesh and muscle and really whatever you need. But you got to add it in layers, and it bulks you up into sort of Clayface.
I do.
Yeah,
I remember Clayface.
It's a lot like Clayface. It's kind of a Clayface situation. It looks good though.
But
it's really kind of fun for now. I don't know how it's going to evolve.
So it always starts.
Yeah, we'll see how it pulls out or plays out. But I'm enjoying it so far.
I'm good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Filling in for Nate, Jason Cordova, paranormal researcher and folklore master's student.
Yes, correct.
Master of
well
law.
Done.
I have a hard time remembering official titles.
Yes,
you haven't used my official title since like the third episode.
That's because you're not the king of that country anymore.
I am king of Dastardlonia.
He will until we are all
We're getting distracted by politics once again.
The throne is mine.
Let's get into something that
keep politics out of the news.
Also involves politics.
That is the news.
This is the news. Keep politics out.
So I have a basically, if you're paying attention to the UFO Twitter, to the UFO news,
holy shit, they coming.
That
the sky is falling.
That they coming, and we're shooting them out of the air.
We're blasting them out of the sky. Cylindrical craft.
So the news has been Chinese balloon shot, and then immediately after
asking questions, shooting first, asking questions later.
And truly, let's go to the start that I'm aware of. On January 6th, and this I pulled from the Jerusalem Post, but I forgot where I grabbed it from when we actually reported on it. Russia shot down a suspected UFO over the Rostov Oblast region.
Oh, I remember that. What did they have to say about it?
Propaganda.
No, they were just like,
Don't worry about
this will make us more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
So they shot something down. They're not sure what it is because of the situation. They're claiming it is a Ukrainian drone. However, all descriptions of such are not of anything that the Ukrainian forces would be using.
Yeah.
And also you would be able to identify it.
Yeah.
But anyway, they shot down a UFO January 6th-ish. And then I'm trying to get it all together because there's been a number of things. I believe the next one was a UFO shot down over Alaska.
Oh wow. Yeah, the balloon timeline is wild. So I think it was the Russian one first.
Yes,
then it was the American one.
Then we had a Chinese balloon to break it up.
Yeah. And then there was an object shot down over Alaska by, I think, a joint
object.
Yes,
specifically.
A cylindrical object, I think, in a joint U.S.-Canadian kind of thing.
And then
U.S. took it out because they were tracking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then supposedly a separate object that the U.S. with acceptance or with collaboration with Canada shot down something over northern Canada.
Oh, okay.
That's the one that was over Alaska. It was over Alaska, and we tracked it going into Canada, and the U.S. and Canada agreed that
we
could take the shot. And and it went down over Canada.
Okay, so we have 2 UFOs shot down. We have the Alaskan Canadian one and then the Russian one.
Mm-hmm.
But
then there was one
we're just shooting
in
down
South
shit.
America. There was one spotted in South America. I don't know how that went. But yeah,
also we have very bizarre sightings above Montana. Plus, I believe the Department of Defense shut down part of the fly zone above Montana for a radar anomaly.
Yeah. Last night there was all flights coming to and going out of Montana were shut down for like a few hours for some kind of national security risk or something.
Yes.
And then they turned it back on and they said it was an accident. They said it was a mistake.
Which happens. I've made mistakes at work. Sometimes I forget to put the weed in the container.
Do we know if this was happening at the same time that they were investigating the anomalous radar contact?
I truly don't have that type of timeline together, and I apologize, but it does have it. There is crossover.
Yeah, the point is that for the past few days,
I can't tell you the proper overlap, but yes, there is.
Shit has really been popping off, and there has been a lot of stuff seen in the sky, and at least 2 that we know of shot down. Last I heard, it was confirmed, quote unquote, that they were balloons. These were additional balloons. They don't know much about them. But I also heard that the pilots who shot them down were reporting interference with the instruments. They were reporting
I have some clips to play.
Strange movements from the thing.
Shall we let a spokesperson or a reporter reporting on that give us their rundown? Let me make sure I put the sound on this time.
Nice.
Because it's always fun when I don't.
Always vital.
And then you guys are so polite and you just don't tell me until like the clip's over and you'll be like, I couldn't hear any of that.
Interesting. This is kind of
Roswell was a balloon
that these pilots saw different things, and that is sort of, I guess, adding to the mystery.
This is the Alaskan Canadian.
Yeah, not even the pilots apparently were really able to identify what they saw. And just to take you back for a sec, on Thursday, the U.S. defense officials sent F-35 fighter jets up to try to figure out what this object was that was flying around near Alaska. Those pilots, we have learned, have given very conflicting accounts of what they actually experienced, with some pilots saying that the object interfered with the plane's sensors, other pilots saying that they didn't really experience that, other pilots saying that when they looked at the object, they could identify no identifiable propulsion system, and they did not know how it was actually staying in the air, cruising at that altitude of about 40,000 feet. So this has all added to the Pentagon's wariness of describing in more detail what this object actually is until they can get more information through the debris that they are recovering right now.
Interesting.
Cool. I like that timeline where it was like President Biden notified. Ooh, to be a fly on the wall, huh? Oh, man. Also, what's that, Jack? UFOs? Dang, they're back.
Balloons come in a number of shapes and sizes. The Chinese one was a traditional balloon size or balloon shape.
Okay, balloon-shaped balloon. Yeah, I got it.
This one was cylindrical.
Yeah, okay.
I'm reading from Reuters right now. A U.S. F-22 fighter shot down a unidentified cylindrical object over Canada on Saturday. That is the 11th. And the second of such instance in as many days as North America appeared on edge following a week-long Chinese spy balloon saga.
Now, what if that's exactly what's happening? What if shit like this is up there all the time? Fucking science experiments, balloons that people have let off, whatever, weather balloons.
Which is a thing.
And that we're not, like, it's not that we're seeing this influx of unidentified flying objects. It's that we're on edge because of this Chinese balloon thing. So everything we see in the sky is, there's another one.
I think for sure on the military response.
Yeah, because that was fucking fast.
It may be. So, yeah. I think you're right. I do know, if I may interject a little bit, knowing a little bit about kind of aerial activity and the way things work. Yes, there's a lot of stuff up there. Yeah. And the fact that, and we know stuff is coming out about, like, we know that there were other Chinese balloons that were flying over, but they didn't really do too much about it. But China also wasn't committed to invading Taiwan in like the foreseeable future.
This is true.
And in a position to antagonize the US. So it actually does seem like a legitimate kind of response, at least addressing it.
Yeah. Or be it just being like, hey, listen, if you guys are going to be dicks, then we're not putting up with the balloon thing anymore.
Right. Like, just like, see, just don't fuck with us.
Yeah, don't fuck with us, and you guys can keep having your balloon parties, okay? We know you love the balloons.
Yeah, and it's also a little bit like kind of invasive in a weird way. Like, we can do satellites, but then like we got a balloon at a lower kind of altitude to really kind of shove it in your face, kind of thing.
Right.
The other thing about it is, I think the cylindrical object thing is kind of a little bit a little more compelling because it's a little more mysterious. Like that one might not be. They know something more about it that they're not.
And that's the thing. Right? That's what is making this also intriguing, is that when the Chinese balloon thing happened, they were like, it's Chinese balloon, we got it, we're looking at the stuff. And now they're being all cloak and dagger about it.
Yes. Now, I will point out, though, and this is backed up by Kevin Day. If you know, Kevin Day was the dude, he was the radar technician chief on board the Princeton during the Tic Tac incident.
Oh, okay.
So the Princeton was a destroyer, part of the Nimitz battle group during the activity, and he was tracking UAPs all over the place.
Yeah.
He posted something about the one over Canada. It was like, if it was a legit UAP, there's no way we would have been able to mess with it. Right?
Yeah.
It would have shut down all of the fighters' systems with something before it would let itself get shut down. Like we're pretty sure that they're like untouchable.
Yeah, godlike maneuverability and capability.
Right. So out of all of these, the most bizarre, compelling thing is the one, this anomalous radar contact that they went to intercept over Montana that just disappeared by the time the planes got there.
Yeah, so that's the next sentence and what I was going to bring up next. This happens separately, but at the same time as when they're dealing with this object in North Canada, like you were saying. So the timelines are together, for lack of a better word. Yeah, overlapping.
Yeah,
they're
A quote from the North American Aerospace Defense Command, or NORAD: those aircraft did not identify any object to correlate the radar hits, they said in a statement.
And they pronounced their acronym like any together.
Right.
Listen to the main episode this week to hear our call out to Befro.
Stuck on Beef Row. Down on Beef Row.
Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau first announced Saturday's shoot down over the northern Yukon Territory, saying Canadian forces would recover and analyze the wreckage. Canadian Defense Minister Anita Anand declined to speculate about the origin of the object, which she said was a cylindrical shape. She stopped short of calling it a balloon, but did say it was smaller than the Chinese balloon shot down off South Carolina's coast a week ago. If you remember what we saw in the shared video, it was about the size of a small car. It was floating at 40,000 feet and posed a risk to civilian air traffic and was shot down.
Now, what are the odds?
3:41 on the 11th of February.
What are the odds that it was a small car and they just shot down Harry and Ron on their way to
Hogwarts
Would
situation?
explain
Yeah.
why the Canadians in particular would want to be discreet about it.
That's the thing. That is the whole thing. At the end of the day, they're being so cloak and dagger about the whole thing that it makes me, I'm glued to it, which also brings me to another theory. So there was that horrible explosion in Ohio. There was this horrible environmental disaster. Thousands of tons of chemicals were burned off.
Chloride was bleaching into Ohio.
What?
Please.
See, and nobody's heard anything about it because the theory that I've heard is that they're using this UFO scrub to be like, everybody look at the UFOs. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about the horrible environmental disaster.
Oh, that's what you meant about. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in Ohio, there currently
are not blowing up Ohio.
No, it wasn't no.
We as Americans,
we had nothing to do with it.
Ohio
Radar is
Ohio's done with.
Yes,
the destruction of Ohio.
Yes, Ohio is under our protection.
Ohio itself is.
Yeah, if you are listening to this, there are plenty of
round on both ends, high in the middle,
that are trying to help the citizens of East Palestine, whatever you call your town. I apologize. But check those out. See if you can and give a little bit to various causes that are helping people relocate and salvage what they can of their lives.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. And once you're done helping out there, right back up on the roof to shoot at the various drones, please.
So let's go back up to the struggles in the sky that you'll need your light gun for.
Oh, I've been using a longbow.
You're not going to reach them, man.
Yeah, but look pretty cool up there. Silhouetted against the moon.
So in the timeline, we have that the
Pentagon... the screams of my neighbors.
Are you trying to shoot down drones with your longbow?
Hey, look, drones, whatever's up there.
UFOs,
look.
The moon.
Yeah, get in my way. See what happens.
To be fair, that's such an American thing to do.
It truly is. And
the fact that Canadians let the Americans take the shot. I mean,
when you need something,
you got it.
When you need a UFO fired at, you call America.
When you need something shot, yeah.
And that's the timeline we're getting into now. The Pentagon said NORAD detected the object over Alaska late on Friday.
There are hundreds of people in America getting arrested for this very thing every night, giving it away for free. We need to put them all on a central roof watching for UFOs.
And meanwhile, all the women, the sensible women naval aviators are handling the flyover at the Super Bowl today.
Oh, yeah? Oh, shit, the Super Bowl. I gotta go. I'm supposed to be in it.
I figure because to let all the boys shoot at the UFP.
To go shoot at they're off shooting at balloons.
Yep. Boys are busy shooting at balloons. We'll handle the Super Bowl.
Oh, guys. Thank God. Because honestly, given the choice between those two things, I'd be like, can I please go shoot the UFOs? Thank you. Oh my God, thank you.
So the UFO was located or detected on Friday. U.S. fighters from Joint Base Emmeldorf-Richardson, Alaska, monitored the object as it crossed into Canadian airspace, where Canadian CF-18 and CP-140 aircraft joined the formation.
Okay. Fuck.
A US F-22, as we discussed, shot down the object using
the formation. That's fun. Where y'all going? Hey, we're gonna shoot this UFO down. You want to get in on this?
It was a very Top Gun affair.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And using a AIM-9X missile, they brought it down.
Good Lord. A missile, no less, to shoot a balloon.
Which is what they used to shoot the Chinese balloon. I just looked it up.
Sure.
So, Sidewinder missile was used to down the Chinese surveillance balloon in the Atlantic Ocean.
Take that.
Yeah. This is actually kind of fun, though, too. Another little aerospace tidbit. So it's not a normal Sidewinder with a warhead.
Okay.
Like those aren't actually like shooting at it or hitting a balloon with a missile doesn't really work very well.
Sure.
But it's kind of like, think of it like you put a blender cutter on the end of the missile that spits and just tears it up.
Nice.
So it's the same kind of projectile, but it doesn't have the warhead.
It's got a blender thing on the end.
Kind of specifically designed for like
shredding balloons. Get the balloon ordinance.
And that's why
you said
buildings and other.
You said we wouldn't need to build balloon-specific missiles. You said I was a fool for sinking $20 billion into the project. Well, who's laughing now?
Yes. I mean, it also comes in. It works very well for like against tanks and buildings.
Yeah, smoothies,
but in a different kind of way, right?
Yeah,
and flesh.
Yeah. Flesh. Good Lord. You imagine getting twisted up by one of those fuckers? Oof.
Yeah, war is hell.
War is hell. Good night, everybody. War is hell. Werewolf Radar signing off. We do.
Until more news comes out, because right now I'm pulling from an article released earlier today. That's really all I have about my news segment. The sky is falling and we're shooting out of the air
because we shot it down. Well, there you have it, folks. The legions are upon us. Skulls for the skull throne, blood for the blood god.
I, for one, like always,
I embrace the legions of chaos.
I worship our new alien overlords.
Our new ant overlords.
Yes.
I
will guide them on a tour of our fine Smithsonian museums.
Kent Brockman. What was Kent?
Yes. Yeah. Hail ants. This reporter would like to renew his allegiance to this country and its human government. Incredible. I, on the other hand, will be starting a resistance to resist the sectoid scum. Join me. Won't you? Yeah, it's a counter resistance. Resistance cell.
The Popular Front.
The People's Popular Front.
Right. And
anyway, we're still working it out. Point is, keep watching the skis, America. It's coming down. Shit's happening out there. There's stuff in the skies. We do not endorse shooting at the moon, but if you got one of those green lasers, point them out. You can point at it all day long.
With an FAA regulation, watch out for planes when you're pointing at the moon. You want to blind the man in the moon, not the man in the plane.
Mm-hmm. What would you do? What would you do if you looked outside and there was one right above your apartment right now? Cylindrical. Cylinder.
All right. I'd throw something at it. I want to take a look at its hands.
I would get a rake.
A rake?
Oh, you want it to catch the orange?
That's been my thing this week. It's what I'm into.
I'm getting a rake. I'm going up on the roof. If that's not enough, I would probably hook a bottle.
Tie a bottle to some rope so you can get it hooked.
See, that's the problem, is we don't have access to anything that could really help us. We need one of those shredder missiles, and then I would end up just setting it off in the house, probably. Run! It's bouncing off the walls.
That's going to do it for us, everyone. Thank you for listening to the news. Weird stuff's be happening. Look toward the skis, as Jordan said. Mm-hmm. If you can, give us a 5-star review wherever you're listening to this at. It really helps others find the podcast. Other than you sharing it, of course. Tap someone on the shoulder, as Jordan said this Monday, and just whisper to them, I review 5 stars for Werewolf Radar.
They'll know what it means.
They'll know what it means.
Mm-hmm.
So I have some clandestine methods of listening to podcasts that don't allow me to upload my stars.
Nice.
So I have like a stockpile of stars that I can't really get to. How can I get my stars to you without, because like international embargoes?
We need a PO box, Jordan. It's time.
Do you have a missile with a blender thing on the front of it?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
If you do, tie it to the missile. We'll float a balloon over the bunker, and you just drop that balloon. We'll get it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Crash a missile in a balloon.
Mm-hmm. Operation Fish Finger.
Or if you want to contact Werewolf Radar direct, you can also use our website. We have a website, werewolfradar.com, and we have a contact us page. You can tell us your paranormal experiences. We will say it on air. We'll share your experience. See if anyone else gets the goosebumps. You know,
and we won't make fun of you.
We won't make fun of you. We'll make fun of ourselves.
Yeah, we believe you.
And what else is there? Oh, they have patreon.com/werewolf radar.
Hell yeah.
Check it out. Sign up, support the radar, allow us to do awesome things, and get some awesome things in return, such as exclusive content from one Nate Balding and his grave nougats.
Oh, can I drop a plug really quick?
Drop a plug. Jason Cordova, dropping plugs.
As you may or may not know, I shared some DNA with one Alejandro T. Rojas.
Yes.
Of formerly of Open Minds Media. He is now, so my cousin is now working with a group called Enigma Labs. That they're working on creating a database for UAP studies and data. And so check out, I think it's enigmalabs.com, but they're also, enigmalabs.io.
Okay, cool. And can you report sightings and stuff there?
Yes.
Wow,
actually,
cool.
you can. So they're getting ready to launch an app that you can download onto your phone. So if you have a sighting, you can. If you've got the video, you can upload it to the video, and it'll bring in all the metadata, and it'll help analyze all the telemetry and all that really cool stuff.
Nice.
So there's a lot of really exciting things coming down. So check out the website, check out what they got going on there. They've got some news and info too. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
I like that. And increase the news sources for the paranormal community.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's it. That's my plug.
Excellent.
Unplug.
Well, then let's end on our ultra duper secret duper sign off line by one Dylan Gutierrez. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
Suspect the void, space persons, whomever.
If it's cruel, then you understand you've been lied to. For soul removal, that means that you losing every time you don't know the fucking truth.